Hi everyone. Sorry, I think we had some technical problems there. Um, so my name is Leanne and this is Tim. So today we'll be running through the permit process for Athletics Ireland events. So this recording has just started now. So we'll be going through the whole permit process, how it works, and as well the benefits of having an Athletics Ireland permit on your event. If you have any questions as we go along, feel free to pop them into the chat box or the Q&A buttons there on the top of your screen. So the benefits of having an Athletics Ireland permit was that you have insurance cover of up to 1,000 entries. You can actually extend this if you would like increased cover. So if you want to take on more entries for your event, you just need to reach out to a member of the Athletics Ireland team. And they can be reached at admin@athleticsIreland.ie. Another benefit would be that you get your automatic page creation. Essentially, Tim, you might go through things again at the end, but essentially, as soon as you apply for your permit, your event is essentially set up for you by Tim or a member of the team here. And you can fully customize that. But we like to make the whole process basically as easy and streamlined as possible. With your events, you have access to real-time reporting as well. So any kind of orders, reports, any kind of information there that you need to collect, you have access to this as a club that applied for the permit. You can also add in extra users to your account. So I think a lot of you would have, timing companies and a few people essentially that can help you with the admin and that would need to track any kind of orders or reports or any kind of access they need, we can organize that then as well for you to work together as a team. You have additional purchase options as well. So if you wanted to sell any club merchandise or add on any additional options like postage or anything at all, we can add these on to the event for you as well. A huge addition essentially is the increased visibility your event gets by being on the Athletics Ireland calendar. And this basically, the calendar would have thousands of visitors each day. Basically, so all the visitors to Athletics Ireland can search for their events right there, by distance, by the club name, and by the location, and essentially they can register right through there for your event as well. This is just another preview of how it works. Essentially, they can click on register now or search really easily through all the permanent events. And it's done in order of date, so they can kind of see the more recent and upcoming ones first. You also have the option of adding on a free integrated fundraising option. It's been a fantastic year for this. So over 350,000 raised for charities through Athletics Ireland permanent events. And this is all essentially down to the clubs, often to include this. Um, you have the option to turn this off as well if you'd like. But again, it's fully customizable and an option for your participants. But yeah, there's been amazing success in it for 2023. This is what it looks like essentially. So when a person comes on to book their place in a permanent event, they're going to fill in their details as you would have seen previously. And essentially, there's an extra fundraising question. So if they'd like to fundraise while taking part, and they'll be asked to pick a charity. So, for example, if you wanted to partner with a specific charity, you can do this as well and fully customize the fundraising options that are there. But just by default, all the charities are available for selection. We're seeing great marketing benefits from this as well, because as soon as people register for the event, they have a fundraising page and they're sharing it online that's linked to your event, and more people can actually see your event then and register as well. The pricing structure for Athletics Ireland events is also different from using the Event Master platform in general. So normally the ticket fees would be for tickets priced at €14 or less, there's a €1 flat charge, and for tickets over €14, it's a 7% charge overall. Whereas for Athletics Ireland, tickets under €15 are €1 flat charge, and then the for tickets over 40 or over €15, then it's a 6.5% charge. So again, a small saving there, then as well. I might. Is there any questions so far from anyone? You can use the Q&A section just at the top there, or we have the chat option there now too. Tim, just to recap, I'm not sure. Feel free to drop off, guys, in case there is any kind of duplication here. But just to go back to our just to show the permit process for those that have that might have missed it. It just might be beneficial just for the anyone who might have missed out earlier.
Yeah, no problem, Jan. I can share my screen here again, and I'm happy to go through the process, just in case anyone did miss it at the start. So yeah, hopefully you can see that. And so what I would normally do on the permit application process, I will Google Athletics Ireland. On their homepage, you just go to the permit tab, click on permit. That will open up this page here. And for this example, we're going to focus on the club permit application. The flows are quite similar depending on school, charity, or commercial/international. I did mention previously as well that we are going to update this early in the new year, so don't be surprised if this changes. So if you click on club permit application, this will bring up this page here. So this is page 1 of 2. You would select your club from the drop down here, enter the event name, the date, select the time from the drop down. If you don't know the time, just select to be confirmed. Just enter the event location here. My event is from the drop down. And then for this example, we're going to say the event type is a road race. We're going to select two distances. We'll do a 5K, and we're going to do other. And for other, we're going to select 3K. And then you populate the certificate number and course measure. In the contact permit details, you put in the club name, put in the person's name, their email, and their mobile. The additional permit details, so you have the medical, the personnel, the service they will provide. The drop downs here in relation to dehydration, ambulance, defibrillator, where will the medical personnel be situated, and if they'll be on bikes. So you have terms and conditions here, so you tick this box, I accept terms and conditions, press save, and that will bring you on to the second page, page 2 of 2. So you can see the 2 tickets have pulled in here from the previous page, and I have pre-populated these prior to the call. So I put 5K at €20 at 200 people, and the 3K event for €15, and I have it capped at 150 people. If you don't know these price or quantities at the time of filling out the permit, that's fine. Maybe just fill it in as best you can, and we can update it on the registration page at a later date. So this is some optional information. Some organisers would fill this out and some wouldn't. Whatever is filled out here would pull into the draft event that's created once the permit is applied for. So you have the start date and time of online sales, and the end time for online sales, and the date and time. You have the website, Facebook, Twitter links here as well, and you can populate the event description. And then any other information you might think is related to the event. We can also upload a logo here, or we can upload it at a later date as well. And then further terms and conditions here, press proceed, and then on the next page you will be brought to the checkout. Once you're paid, then your permit has been applied for. So let's jump back to the slide decks here. So that's step 1 there. Steps 2, 3, and 4 kind of happen simultaneously after the permit has been applied for. You will receive an automated email after the permit has been applied for. And then step 3, a draft is created. And then step 4 is to connect a Stripe account. So an automated email is sent with a link to connect a Stripe account after the permit has been applied for. If you had a permit event already in 2023, we can connect the same Stripe account from that event to any future events. In relation to step 3, if you're applying for your first permit, we'll send you an event set of forms to capture all the details for the permit event. Similarly, if you've had your permit event for 2023 already and are applying for a 2024 permit, we wouldn't necessarily send the event set of form. We'd copy the event from 2023 and create a draft for 2024 that way, and just change the dates from 2023 to 2024. So when the permit is applied for, the status just goes to event draft, and once the organising committee are happy with how the draft event looks, we can publish the event for online sales. So what that means, the event can either open for online sales straight away, or we can schedule events to open at a certain date in the future. So once the draft event is published, the permit will move from draft stage onto the club for approval. So a club official can log into their Athletics Ireland account and approve the permit straight away. Once approved by the club, the permit will then move on to the county board for approval. All the while, the club will receive automated emails of the progress of the permit. So once approved by the club, you'll receive an automated email to let you know that the permit has progressed onto county board for approval. And once approved by the county board, again, you'll be receive an automated email in relation to the approval from county board. So that's pretty much it in relation to applying for a permit. I might just talk briefly then in relation to the ODL and where it appears on the registration process. So you can see the two screens here. The screen on the left is somebody registering who is not a member of Athletics Ireland or Athletics Northern Ireland, and the screen on the right is somebody who is a member of Athletics Ireland. So this was a permanent event back in April. So this person, not a member of Athletics Ireland, puts in their first and last name and selects no on the are you a member of Athletics Ireland or Northern Ireland, and selects proceed and continues with the booking process from there, and fills out her email address, date of birth, mobile number, etc. On the right, we have somebody here who is a member of Athletics Ireland. They would put in their first and last name, select yes from the drop down here, say that they are a member of Athletics Ireland, enter their Life Reg ID and their date of birth. In order to proceed from here, the name, Life Reg ID and date of birth will need to appear exactly as they are on the Athletics Ireland membership. If any of those details did not match the membership, then you would not be able to proceed from here. You would receive a validation error message. Once you proceed from here, this is the registration process as how it will appear for a non-member. So Mary, you populate email, gender, address, and then there's the mandatory field here in relation to the one-day license. Continue with the booking form and press checkout. This is how the checkout screen will look. You will have the ticket information in line 1 here. And then on the second line, you have the 2 one-day license that will go directly to Athletics Ireland Stripe account. So it's important to note here that the organisers of the club do not need to reimburse Athletics Ireland in relation to the 2 one-day license. Then just the last point to note on this, the 2 AAI license option here would not appear on the registration form for those who are members who would have on the previous screen populated their Life Reg ID and date of birth. So I think that's it, Leanne, in relation to applying for the permit and the ODLs. I don't know if there's any questions or if you want to go through anything else.
I think we just had the one question there. But yeah, I think this is actually the last webinar we have scheduled now for 2024. So thanks very much for joining us. We'll definitely be doing more webinars in the new year. If there's any requests or any other content any of you would like to see covered, don't hesitate to reach out to us. It's support@eventmaster.ie. Or even any kind of follow-up questions from this webinar as well. I don't think there's any questions in the chat box, but you can always email up them onto us as well. But yeah, thanks very much for joining. We'll be emailing out the recording later tomorrow. And yeah, thanks very much, guys. I hope you have a nice evening.